Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Jerry Jones reacts to poll saying 78% of respondents blame him for Cowboys' shortcomings. When you think of NFL team owners, Jerry Jones is usually the first to come to mind. He's outspoken week in and week out, no matter how his team is doing. Right now, at 1-2, it's hard to tell which direction the Dallas Cowboys are going to take. They had a solid start in Week 1 against the Browns, got pummeled by the Saints in Week 2, and came alive late in Week 3 against the Ravens, but it was indeed too little, too late. You'd think with Jones' history of pointing his finger at certain players and coaches when it comes to the Cowboys' doldrums in such a public manner is what he would be doing right now. The truth is, he knows a lot of this is on him. According to a poll posted by WFAA-TV in Dallas, many fans think it's the longtime owner and general manager's fault this time. Jones's rebuttal to the poll was, "That's very fair." The Cowboys owner was a guest on the Sean and RJ show on 105.3 The Fan. He went on to say more about his responsibility to his team. "It's well known that no decision is ultimately made here for what I either have acquiesced to, or approved it. That's very fair. How could you think otherwise, whether it be who's out there coaching, whether it be who's out there playing, whether it be the stadium you're walking into? Whatever it is here, that's the way it is." Jones seems to know it's on him. He goes on to mention that he knows the Cowboys have to emerge from the group of teams they're lumped in with currently to be able to compete for a Lombardi trophy. The Cowboys owner went on to mention, "I'm not trying to say this, but if you look at who's won the games over the last 4 or 5 years, Kansas City has of course, but we're not far right. We're right in that pack now. We're in a soft spot. We've got to get out of it." It's a short week for the Cowboys. They have a quick turnaround after their loss Sunday night to the Ravens. They'll play on Thursday Night Football against the division rival New York Giants, a team that also has had their fair share of criticism over the past few weeks. There's always drama in Dallas every year, it seems, either it be complex contract negotiations, coaches getting heated at reporters, or franchise quarterbacks with rebuttals to fans telling him he stinks. Either way, one team in the NFC East will have to turn the corner on Thursday night, and the Cowboys can't afford not to. The Dallas Cowboys' run defense is a disaster, and nobody in Big D is happy about it. After a tumultuous offseason in which nobody really knew whether Jerry Jones would re-sign Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb until those deals actually happened, the Dallas Cowboys are now dealing with another major drama of their own design. While the offense is taking time to get up to speed, it's really the defense that's become the glaring issue. At 1-2, the Cowboys are far, far away from Jones' all-in preseason proclamations, and it has nearly everything to do with the defensive side of the ball. It was bad enough in Week 2 when the New Orleans Saints battered Dallas defense with inside and outside zone runs to the tune of 190 yards and 4 touchdowns on 39 carries in a 44-19 defeat. But last Sunday, in a 28-25 loss to the Baltimore Ravens, Dallas' run defense got handled in ways you rarely see at the NFL level. Between Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Justice Hill, and even receiver Zay Flowers, Baltimore ran the ball 45 times for 274 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Ravens kept running the ball even as the Cowboys' offense managed to scratch its way back into the game from a 28-6 third-quarter deficit. "Just knowing what we are capable of," Ravens center Tyler Linderbaum said after the game. "And it's not easy running the ball in the NFL. You have to have all 5 guys and the tight ends and fullbacks working together. We did a good job today, and we're just trying to sustain finishing blocks. It wasn't perfect, but it got the job done." The Ravens were very good, but they had a lot of help from a defense that has made its most obvious issue all too clear. Opponents certainly know what's up. Through the first 3 games of the 2024 season, the Cowboys have faced the NFL's 4th most rushing attempts with 103. Per Next Gen Stats, opposing offenses have called run plays against Dallas on a league-high 51% of plays this season, plus 11.4% more often than expected, fourth highest in the NFL. The Cowboys have allowed a league-high 54.4% success rate against designed runs and plus 24.3 rushing EPA, more than triple the next closest team, Los Angeles Rams, plus 6.1. They've allowed, and it's not as if the Cowboys are allowing cheap rushing totals with light boxes, 6 or fewer defenders in the box. Their 30.1% light box rate against the run is the fourth lowest in the NFL, and their stacked box rate, 8 or more defenders in the box, of 31.1% is the NFL's fourth highest. But they've allowed the most rushing yards, 184, and most rushing yards over expected, plus 85, when using a stacked box this season. When you're one of the few modern NFL defenses playing more stacked boxes than light boxes against the run, and you're still getting clowned to this degree, well, one would understand the current level of frustration in Cowboys HQ. Cowboys-Giants rivalry heats up. Giants rookie Malik Nabers says it is game time. Say what you will about the NFC East division, but the hate between rivals continues to flourish every year. To open up Week 4 of the 2024 NFL season, the New York Giants and Dallas Cowboys will headline Thursday Night Football. While it's probably a given that each time circles this game in their calendar, this season's anticipated showdown started in the offseason. It started when Giants rookie receiver Malik Nabers was asked what cornerback he can't wait to face. Cowboys cornerback Trayvon Diggs was his answer. Diggs didn't let the public challenge go unnoticed. On June 18, Diggs posted twice on X, the app formerly known as Twitter, about the Giants and Nabers. Nabers followed it up with posting explicit rap lyrics to his Instagram story, but the soon-to-be rivals stopped their social media jabs once the season was upon them. After today's practice, Nabers was asked about his social media exchange with Diggs in the summer and about TNF. Nabers did not want to talk about Diggs. It is what it is. I don't really want to talk about this now. It is game time, Nabers said to the media. Malik Nabers and Cowboys CB Trayvon Diggs had some back and forth on social media over the summer. The two will face off on Thursday. These historic rivals have played each other 120 times, and the Cowboys lead the series 75-47-2. Since 2017, the Cowboys have won 13 of their 14 games against the Giants. Last season, the Cowboys handled the Giants with ease in both their meetings. On September 10, 2023, the boys won 40-0, and on November 12, 2023, they won 49-17. The tide can possibly turn on Thursday. While both teams have the same record, 1-2, their journeys are different. The Cowboys had a dominant Week 1 performance but have lost these past two games, which were at AT&T Stadium. The Giants on the other hand lost Weeks 1 and 2 but finally got a win over the Browns, who the Cowboys beat in Week 1, in Week 3. Also, Giants quarterback Daniel Jones and Nabers have started connecting. Nabers racked up a total of 205 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns in the last two games. While Diggs has shown he's recovered from his ACL tear with 16 total tackles and an interception, the Cowboys' defense is suspect. The boys' defense has given up a total of 424 passing yards and 464 rushing yards these past two games. TNF has the potential to be a closer game than what most experts are expecting. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Malik Nabers? Leave your opinion in the comments.